my crafty friend. Thank you so much for purchasing my junk journal template kit for Canva. If you saw the release video, you know how exciting this is, but maybe you don't. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use your new template if you've never used Canva before, so that you can quickly get started creating your first set of junk journal pages and matching ephemera or elements, whatever you want to call them, and print them and use them today if you would like, or tonight, whenever you're watching this. Okay, so when you get your download link, it'll open up this page. And what I recommend you do is, before you click on any links on this page, make sure that you have your Canva account. You can get a free account. So go sign up and get your free Canva account. Make sure you're logged in. It will just streamline the process. If you don't do that ahead of time and you click the link, it's going to prompt you to either log in if you already have an account, or it's going to prompt you to create an account, and you have to go through that process. So it's kind of like putting the cart before the horse. I would recommend that you do the sign up and log in before you click the link. Okay, so this will open up and you'll see what I see here. The only thing you won't see is the edit template. I am logged into my Canva account where I created this template, so I can edit it, but you'll just see use template for new design. Once you're logged in, click on that. And that's going to take you into, it says copy of, okay? And I have the original, so you get a copy of. Now you can rename this anything you want. But what I recommend you do is keep this as your base copy. Like, don't make any edits in this one. This way you can reuse it again and again. So you can just maybe call it something like master or main or whatever. And then what you want to do is make a copy of it. So you're going to go to file and you're going to make a copy. Okay. And that's just going to open it up. And now you're going to see copy of master. So what I like to do is just call this my working copy. Okay. And then I know that I'm working in this version. This will make more sense when you're back on the home page and you have all these different items there. You'll know which one is which. The other thing you can do is just call it whatever theme it is. So we can just say, I don't know, grungy, because that's what I'm going to be doing. Grungy full junk journal kit. You can do Christmas 1, Christmas 2, Hanukkah, New Year's, whatever, birthday, whatever you want to rename it. And then you can make multiple copies. So you can copy this over and over and over again. Okay. Once you have the original template, you can make copies. This is, for your use, and you can sell the products that you make from this, that you print and create, but you cannot resell or give away any elements that are in this template. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this working copy because I was working in this earlier and I thought this would give us some a head start. So I started to make some pages in here, and I just wanted to kind of let you see kind of what's possible. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. So I'm not going to make this a really long, extended tutorial. Once I do a few, you'll have an idea. And I'm just going to give you a couple of tips so you're not frustrated when you're using these, because there are a couple of things that consistently frustrate new users. And I just want to kind of get you over that so that you're not frustrated. If you've used Canva before, you don't need any of this. You can just go to town. You know what you're doing. This video is mainly for new users who are unfamiliar with Canva. Okay, so in my release video, I was working with some whales, so that's why you see that going on here. But these are some pages that I just created quickly using the template, and the possibilities are endless. You can duplicate pages. You can make as many pages as you want. You can make as many versions of the pages as you want, and I'll show you an example of that as we progress down here. So I have this page. So this is page 5. I'm just going to duplicate this page. Now I have another version of that page. So I can work in this version, or I can make a copy of this one, right? Now I have 2 copies of this, and I can just clear this one up. So This is journal page 4. It's page 5 now because we duplicated it, obviously. I'm just going to delete out some of these elements so we can start fresh. So I'm just clicking on them and hitting the delete on my keyboard, but you can also, this one's locked. So you see how it's got a little lock here. I can't do anything with it. So I'm like, why? What's going on? So you want to look for this lock. If it's clicked like it's locked, you want to unlock it. Okay. Now I can just go in here and I can delete. Now that took away the whole layer, so we don't want to do that. So I'm going to Command Z on my keyboard on my Mac. You can Control Z if you're on a PC. That'll bring it back. That just reverses your last move. And really, I want to click on here, but I just want to hit my delete button. What that does is deletes the picture out of the template. This is actually called a frame in Canva. And anything you drop in the frame, any element fits to the frame. And so that's why this is so unique, is because these pages, you'll see I have little, torn edges on these. So it gives it that kind of junk journal-y look. That's my jam. And if you've purchased this, it's obviously your jam too. So we are in good company. All right. So I'm going to do it over here too. Let's see. Yep. I'm just going to delete that out. And then I have one more back here. I'm just going to delete that out. Okay. And now we have a fresh page. And again, I can duplicate this one again too. The other thing I can do is I can duplicate elements and stack them. So I can stack, make a copy of this and stack it on this one. And then I can get what I did up here, which is kind of like a stacked page effect. You see, I stacked 2 of the frames on top of each other. And now it looks like there's a couple of pages that are just resting upon each other. I love that look. And it's something you can do with these templates. So, all right, let's go back to our working copy here. And I'm going to go over here to elements. But before I do that, I just want to give you a quick tip. In this upload section, you can upload files that you already have on your computer. So if you have purchased some Etsy kits that have commercial use, or you're just going to use this for personal use and you want to use those files, then you can upload them here. You can upload the PNGs. And I think you can even upload some PDFs. But if you can't upload the PDFs, there's many PNG to or PDF to PNG converters online for free that you can use. You want to use the ones that are in the cloud. Don't download stuff onto your computer. Anyway, I'm squirreling. All right. So you can upload your favorite papers, which is kind of what I did here. These are from Digital Curio. These are some of my own pages. And yeah, let's see. I'm just going to take one of my pages here and I'm going to click on it. And you see how it drops it into the center of the frame here? Now, you want to be careful because if you move this, it's going to drop into that frame, right? So we don't want to do that yet. I want this one on the background. So I'm going to go up here to position. Now that you see how there's a purple highlight around here, that means it's selected. I just want to go to position. And you have layers under position and you have arrange under position. And you can use them both, and they're both for different uses. I like working in layers because I can kind of see what's on top of what, and then I can just click and drag this to the back like that. Okay, now it's behind. It's a little hard to see because it's behind the frames. But under arrange, this lets you just move it to front, move it to back, move it to front, move it to back. Backward and forward moves it up one layer from where it is until it gets finally to the front. And so that's all I'm going to cover in this area for now. So I have it in the back. I just want to make it a little bigger and maybe twist it sideways. So you see these little arrows inside the circle? This lets me move this like this. And if I hold my shift key, oh, it doesn't do it on here. All right. No, it gives you what angle you're on. So I'm going to go at 90 degrees. Did you see that in the black box there? See how that black box is flying around? Okay. So that's 0. And I'm going to go up to 90 degrees. And then I know that it is even. And then I'm going to just pull it up here like so. And now it's in the background. Okay, so that's the background of my page. And now I want to put a couple of pages on here. So I am going to go to my elements. And if you have pages you want to use from your uploads, use those too. But I'm going to go to elements and I'm just going to look for a grungy background paper. Let's see what we get. Now, if you're using the free version of Canva, you want to make sure that you always are up here and you have free clicked. This way you don't see, excuse me, anything that is you can't use. But let's see, we have photos and we have graphics. Let's go with graphics. They usually work a lot better. Let's see what they're giving me. Is there anything useful in here? Yeah, well, I kind of like this for this because there's a lot of geometrics in here. So this is like a grid paper. So we can kind of click that and drop it in. Now, it's hard to see, but you see how the top of that grid paper is a straight line here? That's because it is not filling the entire frame. Okay, so this is one of those tips. So when that happens, you're not going to see those papery torn edges because it's not filling the entire frame. So what you want to do when that happens is just double click. Okay, and what that does is it gets you into the image that you dropped in here. Okay, you see this is the outline of that graph paper. And all you want to do is just expand this so that see this is the frame here. It expands it out beyond the frame so that the entire frame has the paper in it. Now we can click off anywhere. And now you see that it's all filled in there. It's a little hard to see. Let me click off. But you see how we have some torn edges up there? You know, kind of, you can see it a little better. I think it would help if I maybe didn't have this in there. Let's move this back. Hello? Okay. Yeah. See how now you can see the edges that are torn. Okay. That's because we expanded it to fill the frame. That's one tip. No, I don't want you in there. Okay. Well, since it did that, that brings me to another tip. You need to lock these layers in order to layer on them. So just remember, lock to layer. So to lock, what you want to do is click on the element that you want to lock. So we're locking the frame. And then you want to go up here and lock the position is one. That means you can't move the frame, but you could still drop stuff into it and it will overlap it. It will take over the space. And this is what I mean. If I take this paper now and put it over here, see how now it's taking over the grid, and I don't want it to do that. So I want to lock it one more time, and that locks it so I cannot change anything on this now. Now I can take that piece of paper that filled it before, and it's trying to fill the back. And now I can put it over top. See how now it's not taking over the frame like it's doing here? And that is what you want to do in order to layer. So just remember, lock to layer, and you'll be good to go. Yeah, so I like that. I don't know. Let's see what else we got. Let me see if I put this one. That's not going to. Now, some of your images are not going to work inside the frames. I think it has to do with whether it's a photo or whether it's the way that they've created the images, but some won't work, and it's okay. Just skip it. Go on to the next one. We have this lined paper. Let's see if this will work. Nope. Okay. This whole set might not work. Yeah. All right. Let me go back. All right. Let me see what else we have. Oh, paper texture. Oh, here's some cool ones. Let's see. What's this one? Hello? What happened? Uh-oh. Hold on. Command Z. Okay, that undid whatever I did. I'm not sure what that did, but let's find something else. Okay. I don't know. Let me just grab this one. Let's see. Will this one go in? There we go. Okay, again, we have that same issue where this is not filling the frame, so I'm going to double click, and then I'm just going to extend it out so it's over the frame edge. Like that. And now it filled the frame. Okay, so we have our two pieces of paper on here. They're not the best example, but you want to lock it so we can layer on it, right? We're going to lock it once and twice, and then just click it again to unlock if you want to change it at some point. So layer to lock to layer rather. And then let's see. I don't know what we're going to have. Let's see. Sewn paper. I don't know. Oh, this is cute. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe there's something mixed media. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's just get a marker. Okay, marker lines. There we go. I don't know. Thinking mark making, so we can add some stuff. Maybe we want to put this down here. We can change the color up here of most elements. Not all elements can be changed, but there's a lot that can. So here you're changing the color, and here you're changing a border style. I'm not going to put a border style around something like this, but I do want to change the color. And if you look here, when you click on the color here, Canva will give you some color suggestions based on the images that you're using in your design. Now, it's going to span across this entire design. So from top to bottom, all right, it's going to give me suggestions, but I can pick something that kind of fits the colors that I'm working with, right? So maybe I want this gray or a black or a tan. That doesn't work so well, but you kind of get the idea. And it'll give you suggestions by clicking that see all. I did that fast. This see all would give you the color palette that it's not giving you every color in the image. Obviously, it's giving you a selection of 5 of the main colors it's pulling out. And then you can just select one to use in your design. This way you can be more cohesive with your color matching if you didn't take color theory classes, or that's just not your jam. Another thing you can do is, if this is a little too saturated for you, you can go up here to the transparency panel, which is this like faded checkboard up here, and pull down the transparency. And you'll see, if you look now, it's getting lighter down here until it fades to nothing, right? So maybe you want to just pull it back that way and let it fade into the background a little. And that's another way that you can do that. So I'm going to click off, and you see we have something like that. Okay, over here, let's see if we can find some kind of grid. I don't know what we're going to find. Anything interesting? I don't know. I'm still on free. Okay, so all of this is free. So maybe I want to add something like this. That's kind of cool. It's kind of matching what I'm doing here, right? Now, this might not be your design style, but I'm just trying to give you some ideas of some things that you might be able to do. And now maybe this is a little too dark for me. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to pick maybe this, right? And now I'm starting to blend in. I could also pick this, and then I'm kind of doing a reverse, right? All right, so you get the idea. And there's all sorts of elements that you can drop in. So let's go down to this one. We'll do another one quick. Actually, let's go down to, these are the full size sheets. So these work on the same theory. You have an outer perimeter. So we can click on that. See how there's like a line there and then there's not? Okay, so this is the frame. And that moves around, and you can make it bigger or smaller. All right. And then you have this outer portion. And I'm just going to change the color of this so we can see everything better. So let's make that black. And my frame, let's do a Halloween type theme. I don't know why. Let's look for Halloween backgrounds. Background. All right, we got some cool ones. Make sure you're on free. And that just removes disappointment if you're not a pro user, because you might see something cool and be like, oh, I want to use that, but you can't. And then let's get some, let's see, maybe these. Oh, how cool is that? That's a little busy though. Now, if you have something on there, you don't have to remove it to add something else. Let me show you. I want to use these, but I already put a black background, so I'm not going to do that. Let's try the green. Is that going to go in? Yeah. See, and now it just took over that space. So you don't have to remove something to put something else. And now you have a background like that, and you can just print it like that, but we could also do Halloween watercolor. And we're on free. Let's see if we can do Halloween watercolor background. And what's this? That's actually cute, but that's not going to work because I have a border. That doesn't look Halloween. This one's kind of cool. Oh, it does kind of fall in. I mean, that's kind of cool, actually. I like the way, even though you don't need to have a frame to do that. Let's see. I think we might try something else. No, we're not going to. Let's just try a Halloween background again. All right, let's do this. All right. So there we go. We have that. And then we can just drop things on there. I like this little ghost, but we want to lock to layer, right? So we want to lock it. And then we're going to drop the ghost on there. So now we got this sad looking ghost. He is a sad looking ghost. Let's try this one instead. Oop, here we go. Oh, they're all sad looking ghosts. Okay. Maybe a skeleton head. How about that? That's kind of freaky. Okay, there. So you can keep going. You can add skull and crossbones, like so. You know, you could put that behind him. You can make it smaller. You can make the head smaller. We can move the layers around. So now I want to move the position of him. I want him above those bones like that. There you go. Text. Let's say we want to write Happy Halloween, right? So we're going to go over here to text and we can click on any of these here. Now I have some sizing and fonts preloaded. Yours may look different than this when you hit text, but I'm just going to hit text and then let's just put Happy Halloween. And we're going to look up here now to the fonts. So this is in a very Halloween-y font. And I'm just going to click here where it says Canvas Sans. And then let's just see what we get if we put in spooky. Nothing. Okay, let's try Halloween. Okay, scary. Okay, that's good. We could try this. That's cool. The ones that have the crown are the ones that are for the pro version only. But this one's free. So that one actually works really cool. You could also, you know, kind of turn it on its side, right? Put it over here. Drag it over. That's kind of neat. So you can do stuff like that. Okay, moving along. I did some pockets here that you can see were pretty easy to do also. Let's see. Let me take a photo. I don't know if this is going to work. Yep, it is. Okay. So I dropped that kind of skull in there. And if I double click in here, I can reposition this. So I can expand it a little and maybe I want to drag it over so we see more of that skull, right? That's kind of cool. And then, you know, you can continue to add to this. So maybe we want an outline, of a tombstone. Maybe it's going to call it a gravestone. I don't know. And let's go to graphics and see if we can find an outline. Here's one. These are, okay. So another tip. If you see these moving, those are moving because they're animated. So we can just look for static ones, because when we print this, they're not going to be moving. At least I hope not. So now I'm just looking. Yeah, I'm not going to find anything. Okay, so let's see. Is that going to help? Grave. Maybe we could use this tree. Oh, how about a crow? There we go. Or a raven. You could do something like that. And then you could drop that over here. But before we do that, remember, we want to lock to layer. So lock and lock. And now we'll take this and put it here, but the black isn't going to show up. So we want to change that color, right? So you want to go up here and let's make it white or a gray, whatever, you know, you might want to use. And you can kind of do something like this. And he's not sitting that great there because of the location. So maybe I want to flip it. I want to flip it horizontally and then he'll flip the other way. And then maybe I could stick him down in this corner down here. Okay. So you can make a quick pocket. We'll go down to the file folders. I just wanted to explain these because I have two sets and you see how the cloud on this one is towards the bottom, not where the tabs are. and this one, the cloud, is where the tabs are. That's done purposely because the frames are directional. So you may think that you can just kind of flip this around. But if you put a directional image in here, let's just say, I don't know, skyline, that'll be a good one. Let's just say I dropped this skyline in here. Is this going to work? Nope, of course not. Let me try a skyline background. I don't know. This is going to work? No. Is this going to work? No. All right, I don't know. Let me just get some background and see what we find. Looking for some. Okay, here's one. This one's directional. Okay. So I dropped it in there and it's directional. But if we were to spin this, now let's say these beams are going up, but let's say you wanted this portion to be closer to the tabs, right? You can't just spin the image because the frame is directional. So what you would need to do is drop it. If you wanted this big portion of the sunburst to be up here towards the tab, you'd need to use this one because of the directional. So now the big portion is down here. And that's why I've included another set here. I hope that makes sense. It's just another way for you to be able, so when you cut these out, when you print them, cut them out and fold them, you may want something at one end and it's not working. And that's why I included the other set. Let's go down to, I don't know. How about the specimen slides? We can drop in some backgrounds for the specimen slides, and then you can do something different for the front, right? So you can have a different front, and then you're going to cut them out and lay this over that. And you can even, once you download these and print them, you can print something on the other side before you cut it out. And then both sides will be printed on. Now, this doesn't allow for that. This is one-sided designing, but you could create a brand new page. So we can just add a page, right? And then you can pull this design into this page. Let's say you wanted to do a full page of this. And then you can just download it and print this on the other side of your page. Okay, I hope that makes sense. What else? Okay, we got some tucks here. So these are side tucks, and you can do the same thing. You can just drop images in. We can lock it to layer. And then what would work good here? Looks like army colors. Army. What do we got? I don't know. What do we got? Maybe you have a military person in your family who you're making a journal for, and you may want to put something like this. I don't know. I do not have military in my family anymore. But you might want to do something like this, and then you can change the color to kind of make it match. So maybe you want to blend it in like that. Maybe you want to make it a different kind of green. Maybe you want to make it brown. Up to you. So you can continue to layer. You can add words. These are little washi tapes. So you could add backgrounds to your washi and then print them out and cut them out and use them in your designs. So much you can do. I hope it's making sense now of all the ways that you can use this. I've also included these bees and butterflies, some fussy cuts, some extra pages for you to play with. But again, remember, you can upload stuff from your own computer. So you just hit this upload files, find the file on your computer and upload and bring it in. These butterflies are fun because you can just kind of do that. And you can resize all of these and you can make them super huge. So if you wanted a gigantic butterfly, you can go ahead and do that. So we can just like duplicate this page and we can delete out all these other butterflies, for instance, right? Or the bees. And then we can just make this butterfly like gigantic and print it like that and cut it out. You can make a bunch of really small ones. You can duplicate it and make, different sizes and layer them on top of each other and make one of those centerpieces, So lots you can do here. I gave you these fussy cut butterflies. These are not where you can add frames or anything like that, but these are just some extra pages you can download and print out. So speaking of download, now let's say you have your design complete. I'm going very fast here, sorry. and you have all your pages designed, or you have a page designed, you can download one or you can download them all. It doesn't matter. And now you want to download it and print it onto, some paper. You want to go up here to the share, and then you want to hit this download button. And you have some options here. You have a JPEG, you have a PNG. It tells you best for complex images and illustrations, and it's suggesting what you might want to use. I usually use PNG or PDF. PDF for print if I'm printing it, okay? And then I'm going to flatten it, okay? And then if I'm going to print it, I also want to go CMYK. It's going to be a large file though, but it makes for better printing. You can do a PNG that's transparent, but only if you have the Pro. And if you have the Pro and you do a transparent background, you can download it. And if you're doing something like these butterflies down there, if you have the Pro version, you can download a PNG or an SVG. And then you can download the PNG as a transparent background, upload it into your Cricut or Silhouette program, and let that cut it out so you don't have to fussy cut. So that's another option for you. But you do need the Pro version to use an SVG or to do a transparent PNG. I talk about the different products that Canva has. Their free version is free, but then they have a Pro version which has a lot more, as I'm showing you, and that is $14.99 a month currently when I'm recording this in February of 2024. You can save money by buying out the full year. I think that if you're just using this to make some casual pages here and there, the free version is fine. You don't need to really buy anything. If you're going to use this to make kits, to sell on Etsy or, make journals out of them, you might want to get the Pro version. If it's in your budget, it should just get all the other bells and whistles, because I think it becomes valuable if you're actually running a business with this. Okay. So that's really it. And then you just can choose the pages. So you can choose just one. You can choose the current page you're on. So that's showing us this one. You can choose page 2, or you can choose all the pages and download them. If you choose more than one page to download, it's going to zip the files together. So if you just want 1 or 2 pages, you may want to do them separately as separate downloads. Or if you don't mind zipping and unzipping files, then that's fine. But yeah, then you just tell it where to save it to, and it downloads and saves it. So that is it. And you can do so much with this. You can duplicate these pages. You can duplicate any element on the pages. You can resize all of the elements that are in here, and you can use them over and over again. So go to town, have fun, enjoy, and let me know on my Instagram, or leave me a review after purchase, and just let me know what you thought of the product. And if you find anything where I can improve, please let me know. I have a YouTube channel you can kind of leave a comment on. I have Instagram. I'm on TikTok, so you'll find me. And if you really want to get me, some information, you can find me there. Okay, enjoy the fun, enjoy the kit, and I hope you create many beautiful things. Thanks for listening, and enjoy. Bye.